We head to Vancouver Island, where the Canadian Olympic rowing team are training hard in the run-up to Rio.
Tiny details in rowing are huge. We're always trying to find that extra little fraction or that extra percent. It can be the difference between qualifying for the Olympics or not qualifying.
You can have all the strength in the world, but if the timing is off, if that precision of the stroke is off, you're going to lose.
A coxless pair require exact stroke technique and immense control in order to simultaneously power and steer the boat. In a sport where a race is won or lost in milliseconds, attention to detail is paramount.
In the pair, you really have to have that feel for the water and that good technique. You know, it's just the two of you. It's not a big eight where you can kind of get away with, you know, just hammering it along. There's a ton of little things that you can do wrong, and those things add up. So we try and do as many of those things right as possible.
Precision is everything in rowing. It's such a technical sport. Like, in my opinion, it's one of the most technical sports out there.
I steer the boat in bow seat, and I actually steer it with my toe. So there's a wire that goes from the stern of the boat all along the sides, and then it connects to my right foot. And I basically point the toe in the direction you want to go. And so I just try and make really subtle adjustments. And I'm actually making race calls and technique calls throughout races and practices. So I'm trying to keep us on the boil the whole time. If someone takes an off stroke, then you gotta be able to correct it that little bit. Or if there's a crosswind, you're dealing with that the whole time.
The stroke seat is basically there to put down a good rhythm during the race. You want that guy to be as smooth as possible, good technique, basically sets down the rhythm for the crew, something that the bowman can follow pretty easily.
Communication's huge, and just understanding what each other means. And I can't say a lot because I'm just trying to breathe for the most part. So I'll have one word that I can say to my pair partner, Kai, and he'll know exactly what that means. He could probably write a paragraph about that one word that I say.
If you're not in time with your partner, or if you're rowing by yourself, your blades are going to hit the water. If it's rough out, they're going to hit the water, which is going to tighten up your muscles, and you're not going to get everything out of the stroke. You can be as big and as strong as anything, but if you don't have the right timing, the right technical aspects of the stroke, you're not going to go fast. So technique is something we work on pretty much every single day.
For a coxless pair, minute details aren't only important on the water, but off it as well.
Warming up is super important for our group. It prevents injury. It gets all our muscles ready to work out there on the water. Usually it'll be 1 to 2 water sessions a day, and then we'll have a dry land practice either in the gym or on the rowing machines.
The most important muscle groups are definitely the legs. You're always pushing with the legs. Everyone always asks, like, oh, you guys must have really strong arms, but the arms are just kind of hanging off the oar, and everything's driving through the legs and the core.
There's a certain aspect of fitness and how strong you are, but yeah, basically, if you're rowing clean and you're rowing well and in time, you're going to go fast.
Alongside technique and fitness, a rower's equipment must also be the very best.
Just like any other sport, like cycling or anything like that, we want the boat to be as aerodynamic as possible. So it obviously has to be wider in the middle for us to be able to fit in it. And then at the stern and the bow, it kind of comes into like a little skinnier shape.
The technical element of rowing a boat that's, you know, less than 2 feet wide, keeping that balance and moving together when you're trying to take, you know, 35 strokes a minute up to 40 strokes a minute. Your heart rate's, you know, 190. It gets pretty technical for sure.